Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting of the Bridgeport School District 105 to order. We do have a quorum. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, it does the heart good to stand up there and do the Pledge of Allegiance, hear all the little voices out there in the audience. That's pretty nice. All right. No changes to the agenda? Nope. Very good. Let's start out with the best part of the whole night, the accolades. Superintendent Award presentation, please.
Yeah, we get to celebrate 4 students tonight, and this is, like Mr. Jones said, our favorite part of the meeting because all the things that are happening right in the Bridgeport School District are exemplified by the students we see here tonight. So, without further ado, in the right order here, we're going to start with science teacher, Mr. Wright, has brought Jacob Hutchinson with him tonight. Just write him down and tell us about Jacob.
So Jacob is a student that I'm more proud of than most students. Jacob has, throughout his high school career, hit a road bump in the COVID years. And he has come back strong. And that is something I love to see from a student, is to come back, reapply themselves, exceed expectations, not only in my class, but he is a critical part of the shop program as well. He's been helping a lot with building that they're doing out by the track right now. So, Jacob, I'm nominating you for this Superintendent Award for your academic strength in science, as well as citizenship in both the classroom and in the hallways. You're a good role model. Your student skills are exemplary this year. Your personal attitude and you're a positive role model in the halls and in the classroom. I like how you help the other students when they're struggling with something. And of course, for me, I like that you get all your work in on time. So this work ethic and the character to come back from a rough patch, to me, that exemplifies our motto of being brave.
Jacob, congratulations. That sounds impressive. Congratulations. Stick around. Good job. Our next student, we go all the way down to kindergarten. We have Mrs. Bedworth has brought Bo Vanderclay with her. Bo. Yeah, you stand
there you go. So this is Bo Vanderclay. He's pretty amazing. He is my Superintendent Award winner. He's earned this award through his hard work and perseverance. He's always happy. He's a great friend to others. He's highly appreciated as a role model in kindergarten. I just appreciate him every single day he comes to class smiling. He's authentically himself every single day in everything he says. He has no reservations about giving an opinion. He's excellent at communicating, and he maintains his own truth in all exchanges, which is very important to me as a teacher. He's an independent thinker, and I think that's really his strong suit as a person. He's going to analyze all statements. He makes his own determinations about a topic, and he'll have a lot of questions. He's highly analytical, but I appreciate that he takes it to the next level. I just really appreciate his independent thinking and his appraisal of all situations. He's one of the kindest students in my classroom. He's nice to everybody. He always is accommodating to peers. If somebody's crying or upset, he walks over and he wants to make sure that it's okay. He takes the time out of his day. It could be recess, snack time, but he puts in that extra effort. But what sets him apart from others is that he's very introspective as to the other kids and their feelings. Sometimes he'll say to me, like, that guy just misses his mom today, Mrs. Bettesford. Gotta learn to be a big guy, Mrs. Bettesford. It's very cute. Bo is honest, determined, and he's hilarious. I can always count on Bo to set the record straight. He's direct and he knows how to get his point across. Along with honesty, I'm not always sure what he's going to tell me next, but it's pretty safe to assume it's going to be funny. Bo works hard to keep the classroom full of jokes. He always has a smile on his face and he is not shy. If there's ever anything out of place in the classroom, Bo will help take care of the situation without any reservations. And that's huge for a kindergarten student to take it to the next step and put in that extra effort. If somebody spills a snack, this guy goes over and he gets the broom and the dustpan and he takes care of it. He doesn't only clean it up himself, but he shows the kids where the broom is in the dustpan. He's always there to help plug in computers at the charging station. He also has the highest honor in the classroom as the keeper of the permanent marker. And you know, in kindergarten, if you're privileged enough to hold permanent marker, you know that's serious business. Yeah. If a name tag comes off Bo, he's right there with that permanent marker to reaffix that name. I know. He's made so much progress this year academically, and I'm very proud of him. He's got many great qualities. His personality, he always glows. He's so expressive, and I treasure having you in our classroom.
I like your style. Our next teacher we return to the science department, Mr. Adams has brought Malachi Cabrera with him. He meant to bring Malachi Cabrera, but left him.
Yeah, I don't know if he couldn't make it or not. Do I still read it? Or-
We'll hold this for you, Brad.
Okay.
Mr. Adams. Returning to kindergarten, Mr. Kimball has brought Matthew Starnes with him.
Thank you. Matthew is a wonderful student. I have grown a really close relationship. I have rapport with him since I've been working in the Spanish first class a lot more. I'm the roving sub Highland. I just know that when I would walk into the cafeteria in the mornings, no matter how my morning went, no matter if I was late, no matter if I was upset, he would have a goofy little smile on his face. And it would just bring so much joy to my life, my day. And he just really knows how to brighten somebody's day. In recognition of his outstanding achievements and notable characteristics, I am proud to award Matthew Starnes with the Superintendent Award. I've had the pleasure of working with Matt during his educational journey. This esteemed award is a testament to Matt's high academic achievement, his compassionate nature, and his commendable leadership qualities. So Matthew he's a leader that doesn't have to tell people what to do. He just leads by doing the right thing. And you always see that in his schoolwork, his effort in the hallways. He's always trying to do the right thing to show other people. Matt shows his high academic capabilities through his exceeding reading scores and his ability to comprehend math beyond his grade level. With all his academic success, Matt still knows how to make the people around him smile with a positive attitude. He leads by example and always humble, showing maturity and leadership skills beyond his years. It is my honor to present Matthew Starnes with this award. Matthew academically has consistently demonstrated an exceptional level of diligence, dedication, and drive to become a better student. He is always doing his work without being asked. You give him a piece of paper and he'll do it. Miss Bettesworth was telling me a story. It might have been Miss Bettesworth, but he was doing a writing page in the morning and he walks up to the teacher and goes, "Can I have another one?" And she goes, "Another page like this one?" He goes, "Yep, I just want to do two." So he just wants to get out there. He wants to show people how to do the right thing. He loves being there. In addition to his academic accomplishments, Matt is also recognized for his admirable character. He is frequently described as a great friend and kind individual. Matt's considerate and compassionate nature undoubtedly makes the people around him happier. In the classroom, Matthew's friendly nature translates to a willingness to collaborate with others. When working in a group, Matt can positively contribute to the group activities and show empathy and kindness towards his peers. No matter what the situation is, Matthew is always looking out for the people around him. He always wants to make sure everyone's comfortable and happy. Furthermore, Matthew is being celebrated for his remarkable leadership skills. I think this, as a kindergarten, is phenomenal. He is beyond his years of leadership. He leads by example. He knows when and where to do things. There we go. He knows when and where to do things, and he's very kind, and he just always wants to support his classmates. Where was I reading? I'm sorry. His ability to lead by example sets him apart as an exemplary student and role model. He leads by example through displaying the highest standards of integrity, accountability, and responsibility. Whether in the classroom or broader community, Matthew's unwavering commitment to doing the right thing has made a positive impact on his peers and teachers. I am excited to see how Matt uses his innate ability to lead as he moves on in his school career. I could totally see him being a class president or in the ASB, whatever he is, he's going to be leading somehow. In conclusion, Matthew receiving the Superintendent Award is a reflection of his exceptional academic achievements, exemplary personality qualities, and remarkable leadership capabilities. As the deserving recipient of this prestigious accolade, Matthew is celebrated for his outstanding contributions to the school community. I have no doubts Matt will continue to thrive in his educational pursuits at the Reedsport School District. His kind heart, hard work, and leadership skills make him a role model for his peers, embodying the very essence of the Superintendent Award. The future is bright for Matthew, and with great excitement and anticipation that we look forward to witnessing his continued growth and success within the Reedsport School District.
Mr. Kimball, very good work. Would all three of those students and their teachers come back up one time and do the obligatory photo shot for Facebook? So I like to kind of try to capture themes while everybody's walking up here. I've heard student leadership, leading by example, academic, classroom performance, as the standards of what are making us our Reedsport students. So very, very good.
Okay, everybody, I'm gonna take a picture for your mom and your dad and your grandma. So smile, one more time. Perfect.
Good job.
If you would like to stay for the rest of the meeting, you're more than welcome. If you would like to go ahead and take off, there are cookies and water in the lobby that were made by our Highland kitchen staff. Please help yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Never trusted me with
Yes. Teachers, thank you too. Yep, there's no denying that that's your boy. No denying.
Have a good day. Yeah. Good job. Thank you, Brad.
Tomorrow and Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, same Saturday. How are you? See you again. I never go away.
What if we could ever get away with having an accolade at the end of the meeting, so we still have it?
Yeah, we can make
On the
a
long
mistake.
meeting nights, that's hard because those kinders will fall asleep in the chairs.
Oh, you tried it?
We've done it that way before. Originally, that's how this was designed, was to create an audience for school board meetings. And then we kind of felt bad for all the kids, right, what are we dropping over in the chairs? Mom, can we go?
I can't wait to see Mrs. Russell's face when Matthew and Bo become sixth graders.
Oh my God. I can't wait either. They're so cute.
Okay, thank you, John, for that. Donations.
So we've got several this month. Reedsport Producers Association, $700 in services and putting together the baseball pitcher's mound, rebuilding it. The Reedsport Booster Association, $4,595 to the softball program for a pitching machine. The Reedsport Boosters Association, $2,549.50. Basketball uniforms for boys JV varsity, and this was half of the overall purchase. And Mr. Kerry Jones, $300, an 8-piece sound percussion drum set that we're receiving today this month, and we thank those people for their donations to the school district.
And boosters will be doing their annual booster auction again next month, so
April
13th.
13th.
They already got coaches coming and getting this up already.
Are you going down to dinner, Saturday?
Okay, any community comments, John?
Sherman, we have the one. We are in receipt of one, but the nature of it reads very personnel, so it'll just be included for board members to review, but we're not going to read it out in public session.
Thank you. Moving on to reports. Special Program Director, Corinne Ross.
I'm the first one.
First done.
Yeah, first one.
Right. First one.
I have Julie Knoll, who's our EL coordinator. She teaches the English language learner. I printed this out. It kind of came off, but you can still read it, just to give you a visual. Under special programs, that is our federal programs. And so we have English language learner as one of our federal programs. And Julie Knoll provides instruction in this area to all K-12 students. Right now we have 8. We have middle, elementary, high school level. And we were monitored this year from ODE, looking at, are we meeting the criteria in all the areas of supporting students that are English language learners where English isn't their first language. And what we learned in one of the corrections that we have to do is adopt a curriculum that we use to instruct them that is approved by ODE. And so we worked with ODE, Julie and I, together, and we're like, well, what do you recommend we get? And we're like, what does our neighboring district use? And so they said, well, Coos Bay has a good one that they like. And so Julie connected with, and ODE approved it. So Julie connected with Coos Bay, talked to the coordinator over there, how do you like this curriculum? Talked to the vendor that sells it. And it's by National Geographic. I gave you just a snapshot of, there's a K-5 curriculum, there's a middle school, and there's a high school. And so we have 8 students, and we're going to have pretty even in each of the areas. So, and of course, every year they're going to change in grade level, and you never know what students will to. So it's important, I think, to do K-5, K-12 to make sure we support all the levels. We're working with the vendors right now around pricing, so we don't know. We don't have to purchase it this year. We can purchase it for next year. But what we do have to do to do corrective actions from their finding is to present it to you tonight as an action item, get it on our agenda, and then you have to approve for us to move forward in purchasing this curriculum. We'll do another step around, what we're gonna, how much, what it costs and all that we're not doing yet. We're just, can we do a new curriculum that is approved by ODE? So we can correct it. And we have 45 days to correct it, and our 45 days they're up by like the end of this month. So this is that time that we have to make this, right? I do have Julie here. Julie, do you want to add any information to what I said?
We haven't adopted a new curriculum for well over 8 years. It might have been closer to 10. So it's definitely time for a new adoption. And the representative I'm working with through National Geographic, I was hoping to get a quote, but she's still working on it for us. She's been out of the office, so we've been going back and forth. And I just got and worked with her today. So hopefully we'll get a quote soon. The materials look really amazing. It's National Geographic. The pictures are incredible. There are stories about the world. They look really good. I know Coos Bay really enjoys the program, especially the elementary. And they like the middle school upper, except for some technology issues they had trouble with at the beginning. But it sounds like those have all worked out now. So you guys have any questions for me?
Julie, is this all hard copies, you know, I mean, books and stuff, or is it digital items also?
Is it digital and or paper? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, or both, or?
It depends on what we decide to purchase. It can be just digital. We are kind of looking that way that it, of doing 1 year they get a book for the first year, and then the years after that it would be a digital. So it would be an online ebook, which would be fine. The kids all have Chromebooks, so that would work out okay. I'm not sure about Kinder. That's the only one might have to look into. They may need paper. But the others, I think having the ebook will be perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you.
Julie, is this something that you're gonna teach alone, or is it just gonna be integrated into all the classrooms?
No, this would be pull-out instruction that I would be providing, or the EL teacher will provide.
And what's the cost of this?
We don't officially know yet.
And then how long is it expected to, what's the lifespan of this particular curriculum?
State adoption said it was a 7-year rotation.
7 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other? Oh, I'm sorry. Did she have a time frame as to when she would definitely have a quote for you, Julie?
You know, she did not. I was hoping to have it actually before the meeting tonight, and it didn't happen. So I'm hoping soon. Like I'm hoping by the end of the week, but I don't know.
Okay. Any other questions?
Upon researching this, is this the best, I mean, is this the best program that you've discovered?
Well, when we met with Kim Miller from ODE, we asked those questions because we don't want to buy something that isn't good. And so this is what she recommended. And she can't really recommend Intel districts what to buy, but we're like, well, what do our neighboring districts, what do you approve? What are people liking? And this is one that she recommended. So I don't know if it's the best, but I do know those things.
Does Coos Bay use this?
Yeah, this
And
is
they
what.
like it? And they-
Yeah, Julie actually worked, you called Coos Bay and talked to them directly, right?
Yeah,
And I
well,
talked to
we
Lisa,
emailed
the-
back and forth.
Yeah, and I connected with the sped director over there just to like verify, is this what you have? And do you have any problems? And she's like, yeah, this is what we have. And
They have the electronic version?
it's probably the same thing that is like a combination, it sounds like. Isn't that? Julie, is it a combination? It sounds like.
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
If it's an electronic version or paper at Coos Bay, what they're using?
You know, I did not ask them that. That is one question I did not ask them.
What's the training for this? Is there training for you to implement this program?
I would assume, I just assume when you buy the curriculum, there's usually training. So to be honest, I didn't even ask that question today.
Okay, put that on your list.
I will, it'll be added to the list.
This is gonna fit into our budget, okay, John?
Well, we have to do it. We will have to fit this into our budget. This is required instruction. We have to provide students. It does have to be separate from the core material that they're getting. Several $1,000s is a very typical price tag for curriculum.
We don't need
What
it.
what do you mean by several? Like, are we talking 3, are we talking 4, are we
Numbers
talking
of steps you
5?
buy. I mean, you're automatically gonna be paying a couple $100 just for one student for one unit
Right.
on some books. So we have 8, then there's modules. If you've got 10 modules to work through, they know they only get you once every 7 years, so they gotta hit you hard up front. It's a business for them selling curriculum. So you're always going to spend $5,000 to $10,000 on something like this, where we're trying to work with the vendors because we don't want to pay more than we need to, and we don't want to buy more than we need to, but we do need to buy enough so that the instruction is appropriate for the students, and we meet with the ODE is expecting from us.
Well, we don't need it until next year.
Yeah,
Well,
You
yeah,
have to buy it this
we have
year?
we have to approve that we're going to move forward in purchasing this, and then we can purchase it next year.
What is that, a PO?
just a requisition.
Instead of forcing it to come out of this year's budget, I can budget for it in next year's fiscal. And if they're thinking around 10,000, that 10,000 number should easily, I mean, for the most part, slide, because some curriculum can be 80, 90,000. And you guys do have a curriculum fund you looked at, had a beginning fund balance of 85,000.
Social studies is a typical big year just because of the numbers of topics that have to be done, civics, US history, world history, government, social, geography. But any social studies curriculum, you just blow a ton of money on curriculum.
Julie, are there consumables with this too for the students?
There's a workbook, but that would be part of the bundle we're looking at. It's like for the first year, you get a workbook and the online book. And then after that, the ebook would be available, the e-workbook for the kids.
Okay.
So it would they'd only get one workbook that first year. And then from there, it would be they'd be online on their computers doing the workbook pieces.
So wouldn't it be like our other reading programs where we have the different programs, the workbooks that they actually write in and?
No, just the first year. I mean, you could buy the paper ones every year, but it's cheaper, it looked like, to buy the bundle where it's one student book the first year, and then it looks like, and I've got to get clarification, but the ebooks would then continue for the 7 years.
Okay. Thank you.
How does ODE monitor this, our program?
Through our monitoring process. It's pretty intense. Yeah.
Is it something you require to report, or is it just something?
Yeah, they ask us, like, we have spent so much time, Julie and I and Lauren, doing the monitoring process this year. And I'm saying many times, probably 15 hours of work at minimum for each of us. And then we submit our answers and we show our evidence. And this is one of the areas that they're like, you're not meeting the standard and you need to correct it.
Is monitoring once a year?
I think they choose when they want to monitor, in my opinion, but they monitored last year, they monitored this year, and I don't know if they do it every year.
My experience with federal programs runs 3 to 5 years on average, just because they've got to do the entire state. Anybody receiving federal monies have to go through these federal monitors, and they don't have enough bodies to cover everybody every year. So a little bit of hot luck.
Yeah.
They did this monitoring at the same time, sped monitoring too, so it was fun. Lots of monitoring. So that's what we need to hopefully get your board approval tonight to move forward on this.
That's action item A.
Yeah.
B, action item B.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Julie.
Okay, Assistant Business Manager Josh Cook, you're up.
So, a little bit of good news. Our projected ending fund balance did move up about a couple $100,000 from last month. Yeah, hopefully trending. So we'll hopefully continue to do that. And we're just starting to dive deep into the budget process. I've begun that, and then the end of this month and beginning of next month, I'll really be sitting down heavy with the administrators and hopefully getting a really narrow picture on the budget. I did bring the new budget calendar, no changes to the meetings, just we updated the publication dates is all. So, and as we approved it as amended, we should be all good unless anybody found any issues between now and then. So, then that, all
Now,
normal
thank you for the
business.
report. Make sure that Rachel gives you a sucker for when you come.
Well, she is watching me.
Hey, he deserves a sucker, Rachel, or a Snickers bar.
Oh, there she is.
He deserves a lot more than that, Carrie.
Okay, good, thank you.
Any questions?
That was pretty nice, pretty precise.
news.
Okay, let's move into our report from our superintendent, please.
I think to kind of stick to the theme of brevity tonight, the short legislative session closed here just recently. A couple items impacted education. Primarily, the session was about homelessness and some just fixes to the long session bills that went through. In education, we saw some tweaks to just cause language, and which was clarification about what is a classified employee versus a confidential employee versus a contract employee, just some tweaks to that bill. The abbreviated school day bill saw some tweaks for students who were juniors and seniors and on track to graduate, and some tweaks in the Narcan legislation. Basically, some shall be in schools versus may be in schools types of languages. So just tweaks to legislation that otherwise went through that people realized, oh, we didn't mean that. So just little tweaks. The big news, I guess, for us in education is the governor and the legislature put out $30 million for summer learning. And that's down from the $50 million that the governor proposed. So we didn't get everything that we were looking for. Roughly, that'll come out to about 50 school districts. It'll be a grant process. They're going to want to see partnerships. They're going to want to see 80 program hours. So if we run a half-day model, that would be approximately 4 weeks. Some qualifiers for what will make a district eligible to apply for some of the grant money. So we'll have some work to do if we're going to be able to capitalize on some of that. In the news, you may have been hearing about school districts and their ESSER dollars, and ESSER dollars being sent back or not being used up. We talked about that yesterday in my superintendent meeting. There are some districts who did not spend all of their ESSER money, not us. We have used all of our ESSER money. ESSER money is federal. Federal money almost always comes with supplement versus supplant language. The federal, they don't want you to spend money on a program you already have existing or an entity you already have existing. That's supplanting. They want you to supplement with something new when they give you grant money. These ESSER dollars did not contain supplant language. But other school districts may be not recognizing that. We're working very hard not to supplant. Supplanting is bad. That's the rule. Don't supplant with federal money. So in learning that, yes, we can supplant, we can spend money on things we already do, we think other districts need to figure out how to avoid sending ESSER money back to the federal government and getting it spent by the September deadline. Not a problem for us, but it's been in the news, and if people don't understand that, they could fear that we're losing money. We are not. We spent all ours. So for us to worry about. Typically don't report too much on teams. We do our individual superintendent awards, but I think one thing that might be worthy of note, the archery program that started up last year at the elementary, this year includes a few middle school students. So we go up to grades 6 to 7, 7 and 8. They went to their state tournament recently and they got first place. And they got a great big trophy. It goes for students. It's a great big huge trophy. And a few students of note, Lily Ross in the elementary division, and elementary goes up to 5th grade, 6th graders in junior high. Lily Ross got 3rd place, Holden VTech got 2nd in state, and Rio Carl got 1st. So we hogged all 3 of the top spots. Probably has to do with why they won the banner. So that's pretty cool. And in their 2nd year of the program.
Well, tell Mr. Hammer, congratulations.
I think we're celebrating at the school on behalf of the archery program. That was cool.
That's wonderful.
Pretty nice stuff. So there you go.
We lost 14 kids in high school.
Yeah, we go up and down on the regular.
That's a lot.
It will be, and I don't have a crystal ball, but I also think by next year we're back to 600. It happens every year. And it's lows and we'll rebound. If this continued for an entire year, then I would begin to worry. I think when Josh and I are looking at budget numbers, you guess how many students you're going to have next year. We may not budget quite as high at 600, maybe look at a 590 type of situation, but daily we can have fluctuations of 3 or 4 kids. And so this point in time, March 1st, is a down point. By the end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised to see it back closer to 6.
Well,
it just goes up and
and to
down.
note, for example, from the first of the year to February to March, you have a,
Right.
Yeah.
But, so these kids leave and then they come back and do they go to school somewhere else and come back?
Housing instability, or we don't see them for a while. We have to drop them after 10 days of being absent.
Okay.
And then so when they come back, we automatically re-enroll them. Then they have never left town.
And then what, do they start the term over again?
No, they try to pick up where they left off. It is not the most stable way to receive an education, being in and out. And I wouldn't encourage it or recommend it to anybody.
Wow.
It is something that exists that we deal with, and we have to try to support those kids the best that we can.
Okay.
sorry for my contribution to that.
Oh, yeah, you.
We were out for 3 weeks.
Right. And so going on a family vacation to New Zealand, a worldly experience. That's
Oh, so that number comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's not just people blowing out of town and then comes back 2 months later or whatever, it's just, your extended vacation.
Could be, yeah.
So the bell curve is changed because of Kerry?
But it's
Sorry, not sorry.
automatic and they drop. We don't have any choice. It's a state law. We can't claim after 10 days and we drop. We can re-enroll just as quickly.
Okay.
It's a nightmare over in Eastern Oregon because you're getting right in the middle of cabin season and we'd be gone 45 days just, out in the desert chasing cows and moving cows and stuff and have to eventually come back to school, darn it. and start over. Is that your report, John?
That's it.
Thank you. Okay, consent agenda actions are routinely or usually called for no discussion, just an approval or together vote by the board. We have the approval of board minutes and also the approval of license resignations, terminations, and approval of license new hires. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to present section 8 consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, moved by Bonnie Brewer and seconded by Jack Daly. All in favor, raise your left hand.
I'm gonna abstain just because of the February
Okay,
meeting. Did you catch that?
thank you.
CO abstain. Got it.
Just due to the absence from the meeting. minutes.
I got it, thank you.
Okay, moving on to action item. Action item A, accept the 2024-2025 school year family level detail calendar. Is there any?
I would move that you accept it as presented, and we'll put an approval date of March 13th, 2024, and get this out to families so they can start planning for next year.
Questions, objections? I entertain a motion.
Make a motion to accept the school year family level detail calendar for 24-25 as written.
Second?
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor, show by raising your hand. Thank you.
Who got the second on that? Was it Bonnie or?
Oh, sorry.
Bonnie was first.
Bonnie,
Bonnie,
Yeah.
okay.
she's quicker.
She was a little quicker.
She's quicker.
Bob was there.
Speed up.
Okay, next action item is to approve the purchase of the state English language learners curriculum from National Geographic as presented. I entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the state English language learners ODE approved curriculum from National Geographic.
Second.
Moved by Bob, seconded by Carrie O. All in favor, show by show of hands. Passes unanimous. Thank you very much. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Superintendent evaluation.
So I'm sitting here, you need an opportunity to schedule executive session to write your evaluation. And probably a follow-up meeting to finalize, and then a third meeting with me to present that evaluation. So I'm counting 3, and I would imagine between number 1 and 2 and 3, probably need a week. I don't know if that's the next 3 consecutive Wednesdays or something. You guys need to kind of work with Charmin. I'm okay doing those earlier, so we don't hold staff too late at night. If it works with the work schedules.
Would anybody entertain a Saturday work session like we have done in the past?
You guys, well, you'll need Charmin here to help facilitate and catch any notes. So to the extent we do it on work
We
days.
want to respect her weekend time.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she won't mind coming down.
How about Sunday?
She will say she won't, but I'm in mind for her because she won't speak up. Yeah.
What, can we just, each one of us submit any days that we couldn't meet to Charmin and then put together a schedule?
How soon are we looking?
Juan, you're leaving the country soon, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving the 3rd of April.
Are you taking any students with you?
Next Wednesday, is the 20th. After that, you're on spring break, you're short staffed, be the 27th. And then the 3rd is when Bonnie is leaving. Sherman, on speaker there, do you have any thoughts or preferences you might give board some guidance on so that you can meet with them and they can get in timely and still get some of this work completed?
Absolutely. We can work on that tomorrow. I will contact everybody.
You'll contact them, you'll contact the board individually?
Yes, I will contact the board individually tomorrow.
Does that have to be on a Wednesday?
I don't think it has to be on.
Not have to be on a Wednesday? Sorry.
I would prefer work days for them, so Monday through Friday.
How long does the appreciation day run? What about next Tuesday after we do that? Since we won't be here.
At RCCS, last lunch ends
What, is it a Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, 12:30.
so, and then
Clean up.
with cleanup stuff, you're probably 1 o'clock on the 19th. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Or approximately 1 o'clock. The thing is you have to schedule and publish it, which we can do. So maybe you're safer to say 1:30, you can start a little early, but you just need to announce it, go into executive session, just so that a public meeting is announced.
Would we try and stay on RCCS campus? Is there a room?
You have the space for the
Or
board to
would
get
it
together.
be easier to relocate over here? I think probably.
We can put them upstairs, put them in the staff lounge.
Sherman's resources
Yeah,
are over
Sean's
here,
here,
and
yeah.
access to printing stuff will be here.
Yeah, let's do it here.
So that means we have to get ours written before.
So to get together to discuss evaluation on 1:30 on Tuesday, and to finalize it.
What date is that?
Tuesday the 19th, March 19th. You're gonna be at the high school.
1:30.
That'll give a little time for cleanup and transition.
Yeah.
1:30.
That's a good idea. And then to finalize, and you can present it at the next board meeting. We can meet early on the next board meeting, so the presentation part would be April 10th. You would just need a half hour early perhaps, unless it's very contentious, and then we can meet an hour early.
So we're still trying to find a spot for the executive session to finalize.
Yeah, so if you meet on the 19th. If you wanted to meet the first part of April before Bonnie's gone, the 1st or 2nd.
Well, you leave on the 3rd.
Yeah, maybe the 3rd.
Is the 1st.
April Fools.
Should we finalize?
What a great day to finalize.
Oh, forget it, John. April Fools.
So
Monday the 1st.
Monday the 1st. And trying to be respectful of staff time in the afternoon.
Sherman's available after 3 o'clock that day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I am working spring break, so if that week of spring break works, we can do it then too. I don't get spring break.
That gives you time to be drafting any notes and working with them for that. So maybe your final draft review, which won't need a lot of work right after spring break, Monday, April 1st. There's an admin meeting, 1:30 to 3, so after 3 o'clock. Board came in at 3 or 3:30 that day.
3 o'clock on the 1st.
3 o'clock on April 1st.
Yeah.
What time are we meeting for the appreciation lunch at high school?
First lunch is at 11.
11? Is that
First lunch?
Arrive at 10:30, please.
10:30? Okay.
Sherman and Warren at our CCS, they arrive at 10:30.
Okay, just want to make sure I get that.
Okay, 10:30 at the cafeteria.
Yeah, and it's on the agenda.
Yeah, listen, here's somewhere very nearby.
John, did you say 3 o'clock or 3:30 on the 1st?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so quick review. Tuesday, March 19th, 1:30. Monday, April 1st, 3 o'clock. And then Wednesday, April 10th, either 4:30, 5 o'clock before the board meeting to present the evaluation. And then at 4:30, it's going to take a long time.
Do we need to check your calendar for?
But I'll be there on that day for the board meeting. So whether we start at 4:30 or 5 o'clock,
You don't have
depends on the amount of presentation time we anticipate needing.
An hour, 4:30?
Yeah.
4:30 would be best for me. Thank you.
What day, April the 10th?
Yeah.
Wednesday. That's the board meeting.
Board
day,
meeting.
April board meeting.
April 1st, 4:30?
April 1st, 3 o'clock. April 10th, 4:30.
Oh. Yeah, I won't be here on the 10th.
And Charmin will send out reminders, I'm sure.
You back on the 10th?
No.
So we need to make sure that we have a quorum for the 10th. Jack?
I won't be, so 3 of you will be here.
There's no action item on my evaluation. It's not-
No, I'm just talking about the board meeting in general. Are we gonna have a problem now? If you, Carrie and I will be the only ones here.
Yeah.
So,
For a quorum, for any action, okay, I see.
yeah,
As long as you agree on items, they'll move forward. If you don't, they'll have to get kicked over to the May agenda.
That's why we're meeting at 4:30, and we'll have it worked out. Okay, any other questions? Under discussion, statement of economic interest.
This Friday it opens. Since most of you have done it once already, I find the easiest thing to call them up and they say, how many changes since last year? And most times it's no real changes in our economic situations, so pretty fast phone call.
This is the ethics thing.
Yeah, Oregon Government Ethics
Yeah,
Committee.
I gotta call them one.
You'll have
when can we do that?
starting Friday.
Starting Friday, yeah.
We have a number, John? Phone number handy here?
I'll
You
make
should
it
have
go.
got, you should
I
have
think
got.
the link should be in the
I'll look,
email.
yeah.
And the emails will be out Friday.
Okay, I'll look.
start seeing those.
For Friday, I'll look.
And then just have it done before tax day.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake.
And if you're late, it only costs you $10.
It gets up to around 500.
Oh, that's it, on a 4:30.
Yeah, you find it. That's why I asked John, I said, well, what happens if, or ask you, I guess, what happens if I just decide to say, no, I'm not doing this? Well, it just cost me some money, Jack.
Okay, staff appreciation, March 19th. Arrive at 10:30 at the high school, and Jerry will tell us where to go, and we'll enjoy it. And then on the 21st, 10:30, again at Highland Elementary. And Charmin will be there, but Lauren will be there, and an HPO volunteer will help us. That way,
I won't be able to do that, Carrie.
yeah, I'm not going to do this. That's okay. Any questions on that?
Nope, looking forward to it.
Okay.
So is this-
Also, don't forget budget committee nominations, one nomination for board member. Everybody working on that?
Yeah, I have one of those.
Me too.
No. What are we supposed to do?
Bring your wife.
Well, you need to find a voting Reedsport community member, somebody who lives in our school district boundary, who votes, so that they're, and we need them to participate in the budget committee. It's at least a 2-night obligation this year, and there's sort of the assumption that they will continue from year to year and want to carry on this work. So somebody who's got an interest in what's going on with the schools and helping us put the best budget package we can. Josh, and I assume Rachel will help a little bit, will kind of guide us through that. And
So just somebody has to nominate somebody and then you contact them, or?
you probably make contact with somebody who's willing. We don't typically have contested seats the way other districts would. And so usually it's a matter of finding somebody to be your rep. So, That's how I would advise.
All right, thank you.
Where did that? I lost it.
My wife.
My neighbor.
Okay, any community comments came in while we, before we opened up, or after we opened the meeting?
Did we see any, Charmin?
I am looking at the chat and there is nothing.
No
Pass
comments.
this community comment, can we pass it before we adjourn? The one that you have?
I will get a copy to
Right.
you. Yeah,
Right, okay.
I will get a copy to you.
Okay. Mrs. Russell, do you have anything from your building to throw out there for us?
No, not this time. There it is.
I don't think John had the, Mr. Ewing, sir. Anything?
We have a job fair coming up April 11th that we're getting people to come to from 9 to 11. So second year we've done that.
Super, good, thank
Can
you.
we show up in my scrubs?
Bringing a load of calves that need to be doctored and see what kids can do farm work.
Do you have anybody calving around that time?
I'm getting 2 a day right now, so I'm gonna be done quick. Okay, board member comments, carry over.
Looking forward to staff appreciation. I always do. I think that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the choice of sandwiches. It's a good choice.
There's sandwiches.
Making lunch.
We're doing deli sandwich buffet this year.
Yeah.
we are.
Oh, I love a sandwich.
Anything else,
Just
Carrie?
looking forward to celebrating our staff.
Yes, indeed. Bonnie, Lure.
Yeah, I agree with Carrie. I'm looking forward to that too. It's always fun to go in buildings and meet with the staff and see how they're doing and what's new with them and even old. So, yeah.
Mr. Daly. Nothing. Moving on.
Moving on.
Bob.
I went to the bond training 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was.
Workshop.
And the two overall takeaways from that, it was better than I thought it would be. And was do it early and get the community involved quick. So as a board, if we're gonna do bonds, which is probably 26, there's monies available, matching funds of 6 million. But you have to apply for this stuff. So you have to formulate your plan, and then you gotta get people to help you send out surveys, and it's a pretty involved deal. But they had examples, like Clackamas, 77 schools, they got bonds passed for $500 million. And then they had Forest Grove, it was like 7 or 8 million. But the common theme was they got the community involved up front and they did it early.
I think you shared something about different groups, specialists.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of them, but there's like people that will help you with logistics, and then there's people that help you calculate what you need for the bond. And I have that information, I just haven't really disseminated it yet to figure out, and then I can do that. You know, we do it on Saturday, we go through it, or whatever you want to do.
People, private
Yeah, there are
contractors
vendors
or
there,
vendors
right,
who are,
right.
okay.
And the people, I forget their names, but the people that, there was 4 school districts that presented, and they all use this one company up front to basically get surveys done, logistics to get the community involved. They conduct surveys of the population to see if indeed you'll be able to float something or not. So, and I don't know what they cost or anything, but that's probably part of the plan that we need to get on if we're planning on doing something in 26. I think it's too late for 25.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I met some of those people also, Stephen Gable with Clackamas, he's gonna send me a copy of that outline. And then, a young lady by the, has a weird first name, her name is Kevin Takini out of Lakeview. And she's gonna send me a copy of their outline that they did for their bond. And what, kind of agenda, what it took, with their community meeting and who they went out into the public and gathered and stuff like that. So I'll bring that to the table when we get together on that. Thanks, Bob. I donated a drum set and,
Were you terrible at drums?
it was pretty nice. The mother of the young man that the band teacher gave that drum set to, sent me a video and it was pretty, it puts a smile to your face to know that how excited he was and how hard he's working. And according to Mr. Surratt, the young man is just driving his family out of the household almost. And he can't wait to get into the band program at the high school, next year. And that's kind of fun. I also donated 7 guitars to the youth program at the Foursquare Church. And they're putting together a program too. And it's kind of nice. And then seeing the accolades, it just makes me, feel good. I called the high schools today to see if any of our softball or baseball games were going. And the student aide that answered the phone was very professional, was a pleasure to talk to. And so, it just, when people call you up and talk to you about, your school and your kids and stuff, or you hear something negative, it just makes you feel good. It's, because I listened to that real briefly and then boy, I jump in with how positive, our stuff is. So, I'm like Bob a little bit. It makes me nervous when I see those numbers decline, but I know they're going to come back up, so it's just one of those things. Anybody have anything else?
No.
Adjourn.